Let's talk about the preferences for preview. You can find the preferences if you go to the preview pull-down menu and select preferences or command comma. And the reason why I'm starting off with the preferences is because by default, you can define a number of ways of how preview deals with images and PDFs when they get opened by the application. So the first tab is the general tab. Over here, you define how preview deals with files when they get opened. So when opening files, you get three choices. Open all files in one window, the default, which is open groups of files in a separate window, and open each file in its own window. Let me show you the differences between the three of them. The default is open groups of files in the same window. Let me show you what that means. I'll jump to the Finder, bring my pictures folder to the foreground, and I'm going to select a few pictures. I don't know, 5 pictures. And I'm just going to go Command O for open. Now let me resize what preview did so you can see it here in the window. And as you can see, all 5 images, they got open on the same window. You can see each one of the thumbnails of the 5 images showing on the right-hand side. And if we go back to the preferences for preview, this is what it did. It opened the group of files in the same window. Now preview defines a group of files by the group of files that get open at the same time. Meaning if I go back to the Finder, I select a different group of files, and just select these other 3 files, and go Command O for open. As you can see now, we now have a different group of files. Now I have these other 3 files, you can see it here at the top, which is different from the first group of 5. Having said that, let me just close that and choose that other option at the very top. It says open all files in one window. Let me go back to the Finder, grab a group of files. In this case, I've got 3 files. Go Command O for opening. Just resize the window so you can see it. So there's my 3 files. Jump back to the Finder, select another group of files. In this case, some other 4 images, and go Command O for open. And now as you can see here, all 7 images are open now in the same preview window. And last, from these choices, open each file in its own window. Well, as you can imagine, regardless if it's a group or if it's one by one, when you go and open files, Command O, each one of the files, as you can see here, opened up in its own window. By the way, I'm selecting Command O to open files just because I'm using to the shortcut command on the keyboard, but you don't have to. You can just drag and drop the group of files into the preview application. They would open all in preview, or you can right-click with the selection made and choose the open option from the pull-down menu, or open with, and then choose whatever application you want. In this case, of course, we want preview. So you don't have to use the keyboard shortcuts if you're not used to them or if you don't like using them. By the way, a keyword shortcut that I love is Command Option W for closing all files at once.